Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. I have kind of put the channel on autopilot for a little while. Y'all know I do videos every Wednesday and Sunday of things that I fix throughout the season, and I've had a lot stored up. Y'all have been enjoying that, especially that zero turn. We're getting into that now. We'll have a couple of zero turns on the channel coming up. A lot of riders coming up as well, because that's primarily what I worked on later in the summer. Had a lot of things going on here at the house. Seems like I've been gone every other weekend too here recently, which doesn't help matters. So I've just been trying to keep as much content up for y'all as possible. I really wanted to do more of these hopping in the truck and going and getting stuff videos. I just either didn't remember to do it, or it happened quickly to where I didn't grab the GoPro or some stuff like that. So, however, I just want to give you all an update because a lot of things have been going on here at the house beyond lawnmower stuff. We're starting renovations and stuff, and I'll give you all a sneak peek of that at the end of the video here. But we've had car changes, you know, house demolition and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what we've got going on in the garage, and then we're going to get out into the open there. And let's just say I'm not searching for anything to buy. I will buy things if people contact me. That's where I am at currently with my purchases. I actually don't even think I've gone out and bought anything for like a year. I think I've just picked things up as people have contacted me, which has been kind of cool. Let's go ahead and get started. I might keep y'all on the tripod for this. Those boxes right there go to what y'all will see a little bit later in the video, changing out cars and whatnot. I actually get a few people ask about my Element. It's like, what's going on with the Honda in the back? Somebody asked a few days ago, and nothing going on with it. It's perfectly fine. It's great, actually. Kind of the cornerstone of all my videos. Y'all know back in February, I did a valve adjustment on it and replaced the VTEC solenoid, and have not had to do anything to this thing since. It does need a left front axle. It is sitting right up there. When I get around to it, I am going to do the front end work, but it's nothing, you know, directly threatening and imminent as to its driving capabilities. I'd still take this thing and drive it anywhere. So nothing's going on with it. Although you have a bunch of other projects here, this is not one of them. So, and this is no longer one of them. So if y'all saw my Instagram, you saw that I had a bunch of things in the back of a truck that I got from an estate. It was pretty much my high school friend's grandparents' estate. Long story short, he's responsible for the property and everything on it. So he contacted me, and they had this D105 John Deere, a Craftsman LT4000, and that tiller there, some two-cycle stuff, some baggers, and a couple other miscellaneous items. A couple of seed spreaders y'all see as we go up to the house that I'm going to sell. An aerator that I sold before I even got it off the trailer. Anyway, so this one, I was thinking, okay, it's been sitting for a couple of years, probably needs carburetor cleaned at the very least, fresh gas, oil change, maybe a fuel pump, depending on if it got rotted by just sitting. What I have found, I put a battery in it, and it needed absolutely nothing. This video will come a little bit later on as I supplement my stuff for the winter. But I've got this thing listed for $900. I'm actually going to cut grass with it today just to give it a nice little test. Put a little bit of fresh gas in it. Also put a little bit of this Lucas stuff that I won from Mowers and Blowers giveaway last year. I figured that it'd be good to treat whatever gas is in there, although the gas does smell pretty fresh. So if y'all know, these 105s have the plastic transmissions in them, so that's the big negative about them. However, this one's running and driving just fine. So, and it's only got 64 hours on it. So that's why I'm trying to sell it for the price that I'm trying to get for it, because it's basically in near perfect shape and doing just fine. So a wood chipper, I think I showed this on my last update video. Found on the curb, just needed a carb clean. I got it listed for $225. I just have not sold it yet. Wood chippers are a hard sell here in my area for some reason, even in the fall. I've had a couple of hits. Of course, as soon as I go away for a weekend, somebody hits me up like, can I come look at it? I'm like, I'll be back on Sunday. So I got back to them on Sunday, and they're like, I've already made another purchase. But so this will sell eventually. It's just kind of annoying when it takes up space, and it's wood chippers going rate is about $200, $175, $200 around here. So I don't really want to get much less than that. But I'm guessing this is like a late 80s, early 90s model because it's a Garden Way Troy built. But that's just kind of the way that it is. That tiller, I'm not going to spend much time on that. Tiller's from 1970, believe it or not. Let me give a quick rundown of everything here in the garage. So this is the hauler mower that I fixed earlier in the year. It's just been kind of hanging in the garage because I needed to do a little bit of work to it. It still needs an ignition switch. I got to put a left rear tire on it that it'll actually stay up. And then I have a deck in the back. I might convert this back into a mower. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what how the tides turn here. I've got a 38-inch deck that I'm pretty sure that I can adapt onto this to make work. So we'll see about that. A couple of customer items here kind of in the front that I want to show y'all. This is a Troy built personal pace, or Toro personal pace, excuse me. Self-propel is not pulling. I need to figure out that. This is actually mine. I got it for free from a guy who's bought a couple of items from me. The pull rope came out of this mower, and it's missing a couple of engine brackets. However, the self-propel works, and I was told the engine runs, so I'm going to pop a pull rope into this thing. Like I said, the engine mounts are a little shot on it, but honestly, just to get it out of here, I might list it for about $40 as a running self-propel driving Honda Harmony. I may be able to get that for it as it is. If everything was good on it, I could clean it up and probably get $175 to $200 out of it. These Honda Harmonies are very, you got to have the right buyer, but they're very sought after. 30-inch snapper. This is actually my neighbor's son's. This is a group of 3 that I fixed for him. The third one finally came back. He had the deck sent off to be welded up, and so he got that welded up. I just got it back last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and I'm going to put it back on there for him. I've just been really busy with all the stuff in the garage or in the house and other, just being away and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. This generator is somebody else's. I need to just figure out how to get it running. I think it just needs a carb clean because it'll run for a couple seconds and then shut off. As long as it's not a low oil indicator malfunction, but usually those will cause the spark to go away whenever you do that. Want to do some clean out. These weed eaters probably won't see the light of day here in a few weeks. I think all these tires are bad. I've got to dispose of them. A couple of good decks that'll eventually go on mowers. We'll see what I can get to over the winter time. I'm not really in much of a selling mode right now because of it being mid-October, and this is kind of the pennant, or the this is like the really, really last hurrah to try and get things sold around here. If I don't sell them before the first frost, I'm just going to take them off and just wait until March and figure out how to store it. So I sold a Murray. I had a free Murray riding mower I had to do a ton of work to. But I sold that and got these. I did a 2-for-1. This is a Poland Pro from 2017. Troy built Super Bronco. It's got the Kohler Courage in it. I think it still runs from what I understand. Because I just put a deck belt on it for him not too long ago. But the right rear tire is flat. And these mowers lived a hard life. Because he was trying to cut yards with them and do commercial type work with them. So I think that one's got a small crack in the engine, so we're going to have to pursue another engine option for that. I think that might be a command Kohler command swap. But that's generally everything here in the garage that we're worried about. This D105 is going to be a big ticket item. I really would like to get it going before the end of the year. My mess just keeps multiplying back here. It just kind of looks kind of sad. But I'm planning to do some pretty big clean out here before long. So things y'all might notice now is I've had a tree cut out right here. These huge trees that I used to reference in some of my videos, I was able to get taken out. This is where a lot of the mower money went this year. I mean, just look at the size of that trunk. You're talking about 5 feet. And this was the pair of trees. One of them kind of leaned over the garage. The other leaned over the truck. And I'm glad that they are gone. I got some more trees cut from around the house. Didn't really get any cut around the house, but I got them limbed up so that I don't have any limbs and stuff hanging out around the house. I got one tree cut behind the garage here that was leaning over the garage. Another one cut that was leaning over the cars here as well. And I got a 5th one cut somewhere. It was the one that was actually on my property but leaning toward the neighbor's house. And so we just got that knocked out while we were at it. So that's where a lot of the money went this year, guys. Tree work's not cheap, but I found a good guy with a good value. So some things have moved out here because just for the garage space, I needed it. This is the LT4000 that I got as a part of the deal with the John Deere D105. So that's kind of nice. 38-inch deck. It looks like it's complete. I think the pulleys and stuff are seized up on it. But if the deck is good, I can rebuild the deck and make this into a decent mower. I don't know if it'll need a lot to get running aside from the deck. We'll see. But I'm not sure. If I do get it going, I have a bagger for it. I have 2 Craftsman baggers here that should be able to fit onto one of these. And I have to see how they hook up, because I think that they'll hook up to one of those old type brackets. And if that's the case, then I'm probably just going to take one of the brackets off of the mowers that I have here and maybe sell the bagger outright, since this is just a 38-inch bagger here. And their hookups are a little bit different than the 42-inch baggers. So we'll see if I can get $50 a pop for that. I can probably work my way up to getting to where that D105 is pretty much a free mower for me. We'll see though. I've already sold an aerator for $75. The 2 spreaders are going for $40. If I get $50 for that, I've still got about $150 or so in the mowers. But this John Deere STX38 is mine. I'm just waiting on a customer to pick it up. We're not going to fix it because the engine is actually so loose on it that all the mounting brackets are gone and stripped and broken, and it just doesn't make any sense to fix unless I put a new engine on it. He might tell me just to keep it, and then I'll put an engine on it. It's one of those black deck ones, so probably a very low-end model. But Craftsman GT and the Cub Cadet hopefully will be done here before long. This is just kind of when I get to them. I may just decide to scrap a bunch of them. I know that these 2 Craftsmans back here I will be keeping the hood off of this one because it's in great shape. But these 2 Craftsmans right here will likely be leaving after I part them out. Bunch of push mowers in the back I'll eventually get going or just get rid of, depending on how bad they are. Same thing with those weed eaters and blowers and stuff. I mean, it's just not worth, with all the stuff I have here, it's just not worth my time and effort to try and fix. Of course, these push mowers right here will sort through eventually as well. It's just whenever you get loaded with stuff, and then you get loaded on with repairs for other people, which bring in a very decent amount of money as well, you just kind of have to figure things out. And obviously, y'all have seen all these. I don't need to go over those with y'all anymore right now. And I moved some of the push mowers because I had a tree cut back here. I had to move all this out of the way. So a lot of the push mowers are just chilling back there in the back. We'll get to them. Y'all know push mowers, it don't take much to get them back going again. As long as your pull ropes are good and stuff, then you're good. So inside here, I have lit it up, guys. Check this out. Helps y'all out to see things a little bit better as well. I might end up trying to turn this into like a little service bay area. If I can put a little lift up into the ceiling there, we'll see. But a lot of others. Here's some more weed eaters and stuff that I got from that lot. A lot of them just need to be thrown away. There are a couple that I may entertain saving, or I might just say screw it with the 2 cycles and just not even worry with that mess anymore. I didn't make a lot of money off of them, but they're kind of nice to tinker around with when you don't have a lot of time, or when you have some time on your hands, which I don't have any lately. But more 2 cycle stuff in the back. I will get all this cleaning some stuff out here before long, but now that I have a lot more light in here, it helps. So we're going to try and resurrect this bad boy too. If we have to put a transmission pulley on it or something along those lines, because it runs great. It just needs some transmission work because it ate up the belt, transmission belt on it. All right, couple minutes here. I'll show you all really quickly inside the house and the car situation. So I didn't have any plans on getting rid of anything that I own, but my grandpa reached out to me and said, hey, thinking about downsizing to 1 car since he's the only driver now. My grandma no longer drives. So, and I don't really, I'm 80 years old. I don't really feel like I can keep up this Camry anymore. It's got like 219,000 miles on it. It needs some maintenance work. The boxes you see in there are suspension and valve cover gasket, coils, and plugs. So we got those 4 things going. What I've already done to it is put motor mounts on it, and so because the ones on it were shot. There'll be videos coming on this pretty soon, but we will get there. That might be like what bridges me over from Christmas into the new year. Into the house really quickly. So here's my kitchen and den, or what there is left of it. My kitchen was over here. It's all gone, ripped out. The den had a bunch of wood panels and stuff in it, and it's all ripped out as well. There was no lights in the den. Now I've done this all myself, guys, so maybe I just need to become an electrician. But 3-way switches to cut all the lights on, and then we've added some lights here into the kitchen as well, just can lights. We're going to add one over the sink. We're going to get cabinets made. We're going to have a bar area over here, floor to ceiling cabinets, and then probably a little bit of a brick facade type deal, because that brick's not really nice enough to save to make it look good, and then the whole deal with the drywall and whatnot. Kitchen table, I mean, we got the whole vision laid out. We're going to put life-proof type flooring on it, so I just have to even this floor up right here. Got enough hardwood in the house, so I'm not going to really be sweating over losing this. Just not really a good way to bridge the gap between the 2 rooms, because you can kind of see that there used to be, right here was where a wall used to be between the 2 rooms. This is not structural, and so we're just making this one long room now. So that's kind of the deal here. But that's what's going on here at the house. And with the cars and the mowers, we stay busy here at the house. And YouTube kind of takes a back seat sometimes. But one thing I want to assure y'all is that I'm not going anywhere. I'll do my best, everything in my power, as long as I've got stuff to work on, to give y'all a video every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. right here on the channel. I also have a website now. Ellis at ellismowers.com is my email address. That will be in the description below. Y'all can reach out to me with anything at that email, and also on Instagram and Facebook, as y'all always do. So I hope y'all enjoyed this update video. I don't make a lot anymore. Would like to make more as time allows, but I wanted to give all of y'all kind of an update as to what's going on. They usually do well on the channel, and I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you on the next repair video. Take care, y'all.